Water shortages are not something that we think about very much in the UK. We've made a name for ourselves as the perpetually drizzly nation, but it turns out that our perceptions aren't quite matching up to reality. The UK has just had its driest winter for 20 years, and while one dry winter isn't a problem, if we have another one, then things can start to mount. One of the impacts of a changing climate is that our weather patterns can start to be super erratic, so we can't rely on the steady winter rain that we need to replenish our reservoirs. A recent report by WWF said that if this trend continues, about a quarter of UK rivers are at risk of drying up, which sounds scary, but in reality there's loads that we can do to reduce the amount of water that we consume. This week I've been challenged to 5 days of water saving to see if I can cut back on the amount of water that I use. The average person uses about 150 litres of water every day on stuff like cooking and cleaning and gardening, but it's been a pretty dry year, which isn't great for our water resources. So I'm going to hold my hands up and say that I'm not great at keeping track of how much water that I use, so I am ready to take on the water saving fight. Day one is toothbrush cup. So apparently not leaving the tap on when you brush your teeth can save up to 6,500 litres of water per year. And this little guy from IKEA is a great way to reduce the amount of water you use, especially if you've got kids. Just fill this guy up to the brim and that's all the water that you need to brush your teeth. Easy as. Day two, showers. So I reckon I spend like 10 or 15 minutes in the shower in the morning, and apparently you're meant to spend 4. Ouch. So timing it is a great way to make sure that you don't use too much water. You can either use an actual shower timer, like one of these, or you can find a 4-minute long song to play in the mornings. Mine is Walking on Sunshine, exactly 4 minutes long. If a 4-minute shower seems completely impossible, then even shaving a few minutes off your shower can save a huge amount of water. So day number 3, this is not the sexiest of water saving gadgets, but using one of these guys rather than running the tap while you wash up can save you a huge amount of water and money. Winner. So now I've taken on 3 days of water saving, I'm ready for day 4, which is clothes washing. One of my worst habits is throwing loads of stuff in the washing machine overnight and then forgetting about it. So when I take it out, it smells worse than when it went in. There's loads of conflicting arguments about how often we need to wash stuff and when stuff is really clean, but most of the time, if you've only worn it once, it probably doesn't need washing. Hanging stuff out like this is a great way to freshen it up without having to wash it and use loads of water. Top tip, if you haven't already, you can get loads of really good free stuff from your water supplier. Stuff like this, which saves a litre of water every time you flush. You just have to clip it into the top of your toilet cistern. Easy. And there you have it, 5 days of water saving. At the moment, we are trialling all of these products with residents to see what works and to see how much water can be saved. So we'll let you know how that goes and see which one's the best. Let me know what your secret hidden water habits are in the comments, or if you've used any of these products before. I'll see you next Friday. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's coming.